I embrace, where I've come from. I was raised in public housing in Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville section of Brooklyn, and education, has always been very important, to my parents and my family. When you look at just African Americans, what has gotten us from out of slavery and coming into the age of where we are at now is education. There's a lot of information that's being produced at universities all over the country, and it's not easily accessible. And there's whole reasons behind that. But we want to be able to get that information and those facts and what we understand now and bring that down from the ivory tower down to the street level where people walk every day. Thanks for tuning in to the Wil LaVeist Show, where health, science, tech, and pop culture mix. So what we're trying to do on the Wil LaVeist Show is to bridge the gap between that research and those facts and communicate it to people in a way that is easier for them to understand so they can be empowered to actually make use of this information and live a better life.
It's very important to understand the history
right.
of our institutions before we start throwing darts or others start throwing darts at us and say, why do we need them?
So that was, for you listeners, that was Eric's way of saying he's going to take you to school. So many other talk shows, you get a lot of opinions, you get a lot of talking heads, and people just going back and forth, and they have their agendas. We try to get the research to get to the facts of what is going on, and then use that as a jumping off point to have an opinion. Yeah, I'm still opinionated, but we want to have opinions based on facts and real, reliable information. Our guests run the gamut from politicians to musicians to poets to educators to doctors, obviously, but also to regular people, everyday activists, or just people on the street who are really living everyday lives, but are doing big and interesting things. And you can see the impact that he had on those, those students. And again, that's history.
Yes.
Getting that research that talks about this phenomenon to first set a foundation of this is what we know about it, and then bringing people in to add their opinions and their color on it. It makes for a nice, engaging conversation. I thought that was interesting. Did you just say in a backhanded kind of way that those preachers out there that preach against education and intellectualism actually don't know what they're talking about because church is at the root? Is that what you just said?
That's not what I just said. But church is playing a major role.
Wil LaVeist Show with health, science, tech, and pop culture mix. Till next week, take care. God bless.
How many times in the back of your mind have you heard a voice calling to you?